Okay, we're going to do composition of functions. This is algebra functions part 2, where we're doing the composition of function. Part 1, we covered add, subtract, multiply, and divide functions, and now we're going to do composition of functions. Composition is just plugging one function into the other function. So we have an example here. We have two functions, f and g, and we're going to do the composition. First, we're going to do f composed with g. And so what we'll do with f composed with g is I'm going to write f composed with g. Hold on, there we go. F composed with g of x is going to be the f function first. I'm going to do the f function first, and the f function is blank squared plus 2 times blank plus 3, and inside I'm going to do the g function. G is x minus 7, and so I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to simplify this. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to FOIL my x minus 7 squared. This is my scratch work. And so x minus 7 times x minus 7, x squared minus 7x minus 7x plus 49. So x squared minus 14x plus 49. All right, that's on my scratch work. I just multiplied that out. And so that's going to give me x squared minus 14x plus 49. I'm going to distribute my 2. Gives me 2x minus 14 plus 3. And I'm going to combine my like terms. I have no like terms with the x squared. I'm going to have a minus 12x. And then I'm going to have a 49 minus 14 plus 3. And so that's going to give me a positive 38, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that's f composed with g. I put g into the f function. G was the purple one, and I put g into the f function. All right, so the second one, I'm going to take the g function, and into it, I'm going to put the f function. So I'm going to write g first. G is blank minus 7. And then into g, I'm going to put the f function, which is x squared plus 2x plus 3. And simplify this. This one doesn't need much simplifying at all. All I have to do is combine my two like terms on the ends, and I'm going to have x squared plus 2x minus 4. Okay, there we go. This next one, I am going to do composition f composed with g, then I'll do g composed with f, and then I'm going to evaluate both with the number 3. So try to do a little color coordinating here. I'm going to let f be red, and I'm going to let g be blue. That might help a little bit. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do f composed with g. So since the f comes first, the f function is the square root of something. And then the g function is 3x squared minus 3. So I'm taking the g and plugging it into the f. And simplify. Well, I can't simplify this, so I'm good. That's it. Did that one. Now I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the g composed with f. So the g is going to go first, which is 3 blank squared minus 3. That's your g function. And then I'm going to plug in the f part, which would be the square root of x. And I'm going to simplify. Now this one does have some simplifying that needs to be done. I'm going to square the square root of x, which just gives me a plain x. And so I'm just left with 3x minus 3. And that's all. Okay, so I did f composed of g, and I've done g composed with x. All right, next I'm going to do f composed with g of 3, and that means to plug in 3. So I'm going to plug in 3. And I'm going to plug it into this function. So that's going to give me, red and blue make purple. So that's going to give me 3 times 3 squared minus 3. That'll be 9 times 3 minus 3. That's going to give me the square root of 27 minus 3, which is the square root of 24. And I can't leave it like that, so I do have to simplify. For a lesson on that, you might want to review that from some other skill. I don't have that one, but this is going to give me 2 square roots of 6. So when I simplify that. All right, and then I will do the other. I'll do g composed with f of 3, which would be this one. I'm going to plug 3 into here. So when I plug in 3 to this one, I'm going to get 3 times 3 minus 3, which would be 9 minus 3, which is 6. Okay, hope that helps.